Hello everybody, it's jrobi. Thought I'd do a live Blitz video. I know it's been a few weeks since I posted my last video. I was very crazy busy, so I haven't even had hardly any time for chess the last several weeks. And looking forward to changing that, though. I got some time coming up here, so getting back into the rhythm of putting up some videos. So I figured we could kick things off with a live Blitz, just have some fun. Just played a warm-up game and lost, so we'll see what happens now. So I'm just going to seek a 5-minute game. So basically how I do these live games is I will just play until I lose, and if I lose my first one, then I'll have to play a second one, and if I lose 2 in a row, then that just shows how rusty I am after taking a few weeks off. So what do I want to do here? I guess I could just push my pawn up here to c4. His king isn't castled yet, so I'll fianchetto here, so I guess a Catalan structure. Now he can take the pawn if he wants to, and it should be an interesting game. You can't get the pawn back immediately, but it should be okay. Okay, so he's bringing the bishop down. I'll just castle. And he's doubling up. So the question is, what do I want to do here? I could play... I guess I could play my queen to c2. That's usually where it'll sit in some of the Catalan systems, so we'll try that out there. Not too sure about the exact move order here, but we'll try it. Okay, so now I think I'm just going to push an a4 here. He could still push to b5, but his light square bishop's out now onto g4, so he doesn't have to worry about fianchettoing it at all. He's got it developed, and so that's pretty good. I hear my little guy upstairs. So I've got the time. I'm just going to continue to push my pawns here. So I'll put my bishop here. He can take the light square bishops off if he wants to, because really, like, I mean, my light square bishop, it was fianchettoed, but it's biting on granite from the pawn on c6 anyway, which might change depending on how the play follows, but I'm just going to continue on with development here. So let's see here. I want to put my queen where it's got some options still, and can still contribute. See, if someday if I can get my knight perched onto e5, then I can have 2 attackers on f7. So I don't know if that looks okay for the short term. We'll see what happens. I'm not really opening up too much for him here, I don't think. But now I got, you know, ideas of a5 kicking the knight. The knight has to fall back to d7. Okay, now how is he going to exploit this? I could put my knight immediately to e5 attacking the queen, but it's not really attacking much else. I'd really like to wait until he pushes his rook up. Now, is there anything else here? Pawn to h5, maybe threatening. No, it doesn't really threaten a whole bunch. Okay, the problem is I don't really have any clear plans here. I guess we'll play that first. Now, that's going to kick his knight back to d7, which is going to make me playing e5 a little bit more difficult. But on the flip side, I can capture his b-pawn if he does try to make that thrust. I can also get this knight into more of an active position now. Let's see. Going to a4 and then over to c5 maybe. And then if he takes, yeah, see, can take there, it's not a big deal. Okay, now I can't take, so I'll put the knight here, I guess. And he can trade the rooks off if he wants to. Alternatively, I can trade the rooks right off the board now, which might be a good idea, because then maybe that whole idea of knight to e5 will be better. If he's down to a few pieces, then maybe he'll move that knight on d7, try to get it into more of an active position. So I got some ideas here. Okay, so he's moving his queen out now to f5. I don't want to do the knight maneuver just yet. I need to get my queen into a bit more of an active position too. Let's see, maybe queen to c4. That just invites queen to c2. That could be troublesome to meet though. I got 2 minutes left on my clock here. Let's just factor it out. Queen to c4, queen to c2, takes, rook to a8. And then what does he do? Does he trade it off? I don't know. It looks a little sketchy. I could also just try something like knight to a4, rook to a8. Then the knight doesn't really have anywhere good to go either, so I guess I better make up my mind quick. I really want to keep this knight combination though. I could try to open things up a little bit. Pawn to b5, pushes, takes. That doesn't look very promising. I could just throw the knight to a4 and see what he does though. Let's just do that. I'm not threatening taking anything here right now because the knight's defending b6. So, but maybe I can reposition my pieces. Let's see. What's he threatening on doing here? I guess I'll bring it back. Hopefully I didn't miss anything major there. I could try rook lift to a7 now that his knight's moved. Okay, so now he's bringing his knight down here. It looks like a pretty active position for the rook. Now, if I kick this knight, he has to fall back to h6. I can just take that. Okay, now I got to get this queen out of there and mount up the pressure here. Now I can't move my king. Maybe I kick the knight now. Well, it's getting sketchy. 20 seconds left. I got to make this work. I want to get my knight into position to add 3 attackers to the square on f7. I can't drop the defense of that. 20 seconds. This isn't good. 9 seconds. I don't think I have enough time to fulfill the plan here. 2 seconds. Point 4, no, it's over. Yeah, it's over on time. But you know what? That's all right. It was a good game. I'm just going to flip through the last couple moves here. Let's just take a look here quickly. Also take a look and see what the engine says too here. Hopefully that's the right button. It's one of the things I like about the free internet chess server is that with the Babas chess interface, you can immediately analyze your games and. Okay, so I'm just going to flip through the next few moves here. Looks like black's sitting okay. Nothing substantial though. I'd say it's pretty much equal still. Let's see where, I just want to basically flip to the point where I started to run a little bit low on time and just see how the position actually turned out. Like here, even though I put my knight on the rim of the board, which of course is an old chess adage, you know, a knight on the rim is dim, but like look at Anand in the World Chess Championship. He did it all the time, so it's totally positional. Like, I mean, the positional strength right now is pretty much dead equal. It says minus 0.15, but really that's inconsequential. Let's see here. So yeah, looks like I played a pretty solid game here. With the rook trade now, you know, white's standing a little bit better. Still pretty much equal though, even though it is a positive 0.29. Not a big deal. Let's see, the computer didn't like my knight move, but I just brought my knight back anyway. And it seemed to like the rook lift a little bit. Yeah, so like, I mean, time killed me on this game, but I don't mind losing a game on time if I'm trying to play a decent game. So, oh, it looks like I kind of swung things back a little bit there to even closer to equality, but nothing ground shaping. And then of course here it was totally out of time. Dropped the pawn here, and then the time was over. But you know what? Not too bad. So let's have another one here. We'll see how it goes. And I'll just seek another 5-minute game. So we lost that one on time. So if I lose another one, that's going to be the end of this video. But that's alright. I don't mind posting my losses up here. I do it quite frequently on my live Blitz game videos. So, and I got to get going with my normal standard time control games again. Okay, what am I playing? I'm playing the Sicilian. Apparently he's going for the Stonewall. So I guess maybe I'll get into a Dragon stud up here. And it's quite a bit different move order, of course. Might as well fianchetto if I can, because otherwise my dark square bishop is going to be doing a whole heck of a lot here, especially with the pawn foundation here on d6. I could return the Stonewall in kind, push my pawn up to e5, which is something that I might do. Or I might just play my knight over here to f6, tempting him to push his pawn down at some point, then opening up the d file. I'm going to take the opportunity to liberate my light square bishop right now. I don't want him trapped in here. Especially with this Stonewall position. This d pawn on a d3 here is going to be protecting these pawns for quite a while. So we want to keep that in mind. I think, this is tough. I could lock it up right now by pushing the pawn to e5. Before I do that though, before I commit to that, I'm going to take away his knight's jump point here. And see, the problem with the Stonewall is that you always have the possibility of bringing the knight here to d5 with white in a very solid post. So what I want to do is I think I will go for the Stonewall symmetrical structure, and I think I'll bring my light square bishop back maybe to e6. And my opponent will probably at some point play a f4 push to try to crack things up. So now I want to bring my light square bishop back. Just to kind of give, something to do against. Okay, so what do I want to do here? I can actually play my knight up to g4 here. That's attacking the unprotected dark square bishop. So he's probably going to have to take. And then when I recapture with the light square bishop, and if he does take the pawn, then I could probably just take back with the dark square bishop, lining up a whole bunch of attackers here on a2, or h2, sorry. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to threaten taking that piece, attacking the queen at the same time. He's going to take it. Let's see what he does with his pawn. I really hope he takes it, because if he does, then I can activate my dark square bishop and then just take a look at that. Like, I'll have both bishops in that general area. Ooh. Let's see here. Takes. Queen. Bishop. That looks pretty good. Hopefully I didn't miss anything obvious there, but yeah, so he's going to take there. I'm going to take here now. Has to take back with the bishop. Queen comes to h4. Attacking the bishop. Bishop probably falls back here to g3, attacking the queen. Queen comes into g5, pawn pushes, queen goes up to g4. So this should be okay, actually. If I can get my bishop now into e5 with that pin, he's going to have to reroute his queen to the position now. And I also have a nice little check square here on e3 if he does ever move his rook. And I can't see him worrying too much about... I can also hit the check here. Okay, what's he threatening here? He's threatening... is he threatening anything substantial? I don't think so. Let's just put the gears on this bishop here. Okay, so there's the pawn move. That doesn't do it. Oh, I see now. Okay, yeah, I gotta. Can hit the check first, though. Now I gotta be careful. I can't put my queen here anymore because he'll just push his pawn. And then I'm in some trouble, so I might have duffed up that attack a little bit. Well, oh, I don't want to do that. Let's see here, queen to g4, pawn to h3, and then what am I going to do? Then I'm in some trouble. It's like, I guess I could pull my queen back to d2, and then can I get my knight going somehow? Well, like, I mean, you never know. You might make a mistake. I think my queen's going to be okay here. We'll try it. Let's make sure I'm not doing anything wrong here. Is there any point to doing this, though, queen? Because, like, I mean, I'm not really threatening much right now. Maybe I should just throw my queen back right now. Yeah, I think I will. And we'll see what happens. I can also put my knight now into b4, attacking the queen. Maybe eyeing up that square on c2, depending on where the queen goes. Maybe get a fork going. I really can't see my opponent playing his pawn in this position to e5, because then I can take, he recaptures, and then I can just take back with like the knight. Okay, so he wants to get his queen into the position. Let's see here. Maybe I can bait him to play that pawn up, because that would be in my best interest if he did that. Pushed his pawn to e5. I can't see him pushing his pawn to f5 because, well, he could. He could push the pawn to f5, but then I would just ignore it for the time being and then let him capture on maybe g6. Interesting position anyway, so I'm glad the first couple games here have been okay in terms of positional play. You always kind of wonder after not playing, like, I mean, I did play a lot of fast blitz. Okay, so now I wanted to ignore this, I think. Let's see. I could take the dark square bishop off, put the queen there. He could just take with his knight if I play my knight onto b4, so. Yeah, we'll put my knight here. See if I can trade this dark square bishop off. There's not a huge threat here, though, so. Oh, 8 seconds. I'm not even watching my clock. This is so bad. Oh, 8 seconds to make something out of this position? Oh my goodness. Let's see where he's going with this knight now. I've only got 4 seconds, so if he doesn't move his knight, I'm taking it. Got a check here on e3 too. Yeah, I'm just going to take it. Oh, that was horrible. Okay, I'm just going to resign this one. Alright, let's take a look at the first little bit of this game. The rest is garbage, so let's go right back to the beginning. Totally mouse slip there. I think that the opening part of the game was played pretty good from both players. There's no substantial advantage yet at all, no tactical opportunities. Computer didn't seem to mind my bringing the light square bishop back to prevent, in the short term I was thinking, if he brings his knight down I could take, evac the knight, and work towards those kingside castle plans. So he came down with a pawn. I was okay with that because I had that move. I thought that this idea was pretty good. And so he did take. And then here, let's see what the computer thinks about my idea of the trades. So capturing with the bishop, captures with the pawn, takes, getting the queen into more of an active position. So it's nothing like substantial here. The computer scores it in black's advantage by about a minus 30, 32. So pretty much, even. Now, did I have a tactical shot here? Queen to h5 is what the computer wanted. I brought the queen back to g5. So it doesn't seem to be too different. Let's just see if anybody missed a good tactical opportunity. So I had the pin there. No, I didn't see any tactics here. Brought the queen back. Oh, there's someone's chatting me. I hate that when they chat me when I'm making a video. Okay, so queen. Let's start to get a little bit... Okay, so here, king to h8, which is what I played. Pawn push. Okay, I missed something here. So bishop takes e5. I wonder if I could do that. Yeah, let's just do it. Bishop takes e5. Okay, then what happens here? Knight to d5 looks to be the best. Bringing the knight back, and then what do we do here? Knight xf6. Okay. Yeah, so I had an opportunity there, missed that. So anyway, and then I just was so low on time. I wanted to put the queen on d7. Either way, though, it doesn't really matter. I was totally out of time. But I think if I would have had a little bit more time, I would have been okay in this game. But actually, I think that this was a pretty good positional game again. So I've been getting a little lucky here for the last couple of games. So let's have one more. That's... let's just press my seek button and prep A's here. There we go. Okay, we'll see what happens. So we got the white pieces. I'm going to go queen's pawn again. And just push it up to c4. Delta knight. Now I'm not going to fianchetto the bishop in this position because he's already made quite a play here with his pawns on the c6 and d5. Let's see, where do I want to put my pieces? Maybe knight over to d2 here. I guess. It seems a little bit, I don't know, seems a little bit different. I'm just going to take that pawn right now, though. Yeah, I got to get the dark square bishop developed. Have to take there, otherwise I get the fork, right? Yeah, I'll take there. It looks like we're just pretty much consolidating material here. Reason I put my rook here onto d1 is if he tries to, bring his knight down to e4, then I can capture with the knight. He has to take back with the rook, otherwise he drops the rook. And if he doesn't do any of that, then I'm just going to probably play my knight up to f4, attacking the rook, making the rook move, and then maybe snugging my knight here onto d4. Might not be a bad square. I also have the move, of course, bishop to b2, which I might have actually been able to play. No, he could have just moved his rook. But I should probably play bishop to b2 soon. I don't want him to get the discovered attack on my rook. Once he vacates his rook off of e5, swings his knight away, then he gets a free attack on the rook, so I got to be careful about that. So I'm going to do that first, actually. I'm not too worried about that. Just play my knight here. Oh, no, I'm okay. I just dropped another piece. Can I take this? I don't see why not. Because he can't hit the check here. Now I'm attacking the rook, right? So it should be okay. So we both got the piece. The question is, how is he going to play it now? He's got to move his rook. Let's see. Ooh. I like the looks of pushing the pawn up now to g5, making the rook move again. Then I get a nice control of the dark squares a little bit there. Don't have to do that right away, though. Yeah, actually, I think I do. Because I need to get this rook. I think that might even trap the rook. Close to, anyway. Let's see here. Now his bishop's probably going to come back to... Well, anywhere it goes, I can just land an attack on his queen. So I can also just take this pawn right away. Got lots of ideas here. I could do rook to c1, attacking the queen, get a rook on c7. Queen, of course, is attacking f7. That'd be pretty nasty. It could be even close to game at that point. So the position looked a little chaotic there for a while. But he was working towards good development of his pieces, or maybe even it's a girl, I'm not too sure, but definitely was working towards some good coordination of the pieces. Okay, so what I want to do here, he's attacking the pawn twice, not a big factor. I don't see any other big threats. I could just do a rook left. It would be nice, though, to get my rook onto c7. Well, I'm just going to go to c1 for now. Okay. I'll just ease off the pressure a little bit here. He's got to take with the pawn there if he wants to take it all. So actually, I think I'm going to capture here. Double up my rooks. Start to munch into things. Okay, let's see here. I can hit the check. I'm not going to panic about that yet. 2 minutes left in this game, so this is definitely a lot better than the last game, for sure. At least in terms of time. So material 2 pawns ahead. I can get 2 attackers on here though. That doesn't do much. So I really want to start to look at how I can use my knight better. So right now I'm threatening, of course, the fork. And if he moves there, it's not a big deal. I can bring my knight back to e4. I'm probably missing tactics left and right here. I just have a feeling that I am. Okay, so now what I want to do. Knight here, rook here, check. Yeah, that looks workable. Could also take that pawn, but let's see if I can catch him in the fork here. Oh, no, I can't because of the bishop. Let's see. I guess I could try to bring my king up a little bit into the action. See if I can get him to move that rook, so my knight can get out of this position. Oh, that wasn't a good move. Now I gotta watch out for the old pin. Oh, there we go. I'll take that, thank you. Let's get my pawns on knight squares for now. Oh, misclick. I'm even really rusty at moving my my mouse button around. That's all right. It's all good. Okay. So I guess I'm just going to have to work with the pawns here. His king's way over on this side, so I can just come in here. And he can't defend both these pawns at the same time. There we go. Alright, so he wants a rematch, but I'm not. I don't think I'm going to do that. I think that's a pretty good 3 games to kick things back off against. So, yeah. So anyway, you know, it's definitely was very busy after the World Chess Championships. I really enjoyed putting that together, and that was a great series. And I'm looking forward to getting back into rolling out some videos of my personal games, and then I want to continue on, of course, with some of the other video series that I have. But I'm also going to be trying to put a little bit more live blitz this summer, and you know, getting a little bit more back into that, and of course more standard rated time control games, not correspondence, but actual standard time control games. So I'll be coming at you with a variety of videos this summer for chess. So take care. Hope you enjoy the video, and we'll see you next time.